Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very last guest of this week is this incredible singer and songwriter known by the name of Nathalie. So I'm about to add Nathalie into the live now to have a chat with Nathalie about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add Nathalie in and have a chat with Nathalie. Hi
Hey,
Nathalie, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I just want to say, first up, thank you so much for taking the time to join my show. It's such a pleasure having you on tonight. So, to people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Yeah, sure. So I'm a singer-songwriter from London, and I've been performing and writing for a really, really long time, and just trying to kind of, get my music out there and expand my fan base and stuff like that. Yeah, and I've released several singles over the last few years, and I'm also in some bands over here, like just to earn some money, kind of thing. But but my heart lies in writing my own music and stuff like that.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the very first question now, Nathalie. So with my very first question, you've created numerous of incredible songs. So you've also created a music video and a song called Red Light.
Yes.
What was it like coming up with the idea of wanting to create Red Light and getting to create this fantastic music video?
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi to everybody that's joining, by the way. So Red Light was the song itself is about somebody who's kind of scared to fall in love again because they've been hurt so much in the past. So they put up this like red light to love. And someone's come along and kind of broken down this girl's barriers, and she's going to run. The guy has run her red light, basically, her kind of like metaphorical red light. So I wanted the video to be kind of like a little bit sort of mysterious, because a lot of people don't really understand that it's a metaphor. But kind of like the video starts off with me having been in a car accident, and it was a lot of fun to shoot, like with the special effects makeup and stuff like that. And the idea is it's working forward. So she's been in this bad relationship, in this bad place, and throughout the video it gets better. So all the scars fade, and by the end of the video it's just me with no fake scars or anything like that. So that was the idea behind that video. And it was a lot of fun to shoot, and it was my first video, so that's always going to have a special place in my heart.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. So you've also created an other incredible song called Help Me Through the Night. What was it like coming up with the idea of wanting to create Help Me Through the Night, and what's the meaning behind this one?
Okay, so Help Me Make It Through the Night is actually a cover song.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's originally sung by, lots of people, but my inspiration behind it was Gladys Knight's version. So Gladys Knight and the Pips from the 70s. And it's such a beautiful song with so much emotion. And I love the way that she starts off really gentle, and then by the end it's really built up. So I thought I sing this song quite a lot myself, so I thought it would be nice to release it as the first cover song that I've ever released, basically. So yeah, it was fun to record. It was fun to do something very different to the songs that I write. The video for it is on YouTube as well, and it's literally just shot on my iPhone in my front room downstairs. So yeah, but it was really nice to do something different, like a love song, which like a ballad, basically. Yeah.
Well, I love the way you did Help Me Through the Night. It was truly incredible. Like your spin on the song was sensational. So I just want to say that firsthand. So on to our very next question. So you've also created a song called Battle Scars. What was it like creating Battle Scars?
Battle Scars is my most recent song, so that came out at the end of March this year. That was a lot of fun, actually. It was inspired by something that a friend said. He said, "I cried a river and built a bridge to get over it," which is basically the first line to my song. And I liked that concept about how you've been through so much, but you're building a bridge to get over the pain, and you're building bricks to get back to a happy state, basically. So And I wanted it to be kind of a rock vibe, to be a bit more raw and like not worry so much about having the perfect vocal. I just wanted it to be really passionate and angry. Yes, and so that's reflected in the video, which has a band scene, and I get to kind of rock out and just perform and stuff like that. But the message behind it is basically you will get over the hard times in your life and you'll come back stronger. And I've actually really been touched because so many women in particular have got in touch with me after hearing that song and been like, wow, you know, that I really needed to hear that today. You know, thank you for kind of writing that. So yeah.
So on to our very next question. So you've also created another song called Catch 22.
Yes.
What was it like coming up with the idea of creating Catch 22, and what's the meaning behind Catch 22?
Okay, so Catch 22 was written last year during lockdown. And I wanted to kind of explore a more kind of bluesy instrumentation. So the song has a lot of blues elements to it. But I wanted to write a song about, again, sort of being in a relationship, but you don't know what to do. You're in a catch-22, basically. So you know that you should probably sort of exit the relationship, but your heart tells you that you can't live without that person. And I actually didn't come up with the title of the song until after we'd recorded it. I just didn't have a title. So but yeah, I like to write songs that people can relate to, and like I'd say pretty much everyone can relate to that kind of situation where you know you should do one thing but you actually end up doing the other thing or whatever. Yeah, and that video was actually shot on the hottest day last summer here in London. It was so hot, like we were all just completely dripping in sweat. So it's in black and white, so you can't really tell. But yeah, that was the inspiration behind that.
Well, for my very next question, so you've also created another incredible EP song called Bulletproof. Such a sensational song. What was it like creating Bulletproof?
So Bulletproof is actually from the EP called Bulletproof, which I released in 2017. And that was actually a very personal song for me. I had several years back, I was part of a group that used to teach dancing, and for one reason or another, there was a lot of politics within the group, and I ended up being treated not very well by somebody within the group, and it kind of really hurt for a while. But I actually realized that all of the negativity had made me stronger, because I left the group and realized that I wasn't going to allow anybody to treat me like that anymore. So I went and I wrote this song. So one of the lyrics is, "Your words are ammunition, you shot so well." So like all these horrible words that they were saying to me really did hurt me, but it made me stronger and a little bit more resilient to stuff like that. So yeah, and it's kind of got like a more acoustic-y feel, that song, and kind of like an army element. There's a lot of like, there's like a sort of bugle call at the beginning, I think, in the original version. Yeah, it's just a lot more kind of, a lot more raw, I think. But there's no video to that one as yet, but yeah, that's what that's about.
So on to my very next question. So what made you decide as a person, and like especially as an artist, like that you wanted to get into performing music in the first place?
Okay, I've always, I mean, my mum's told me that even when I was very little, I always had like a fake microphone in my hand and I was just singing and dancing. But I've always just been inspired by music, basically. I mean, my grandfather was a fantastic violinist. And ever since I was little, I would watch, you know, like Top of the Pops and see my favorite artists and just think, wow, I want to be up there. I want to make music that people want to hear and that might inspire people, you know. But I think in terms of my main inspirations, I think Freddie Mercury is my absolute number one. I mean, I remember watching him growing up on TV and just being like, I want to be like him. I want to give something back to people, and I want to move people with music. And Yeah, and it's always just been the only way I can express myself the best. I get a little bit tongue-tied when I talk, but when I'm singing, I can just, just sort of let it out.
So that's my very next question. So what does performing music mean to you, like especially as an artist standpoint?
I mean, it means everything. And I mean, writing my own music, I love performing cover songs. I mean, that's always going to be great, performing the songs that I love to listen to, but it's different when you write your own songs and you perform them knowing that it's come from experience or from something that's inspired you to write about that topic. For me, performing is everything, like being on stage and being surrounded by other musicians and having that interaction between the audience as well. That's really important. Yeah, it's just a whole different experience. I know it sounds a bit cliche, but being up there or wherever it is, just having my mic in my hands and just letting it all out is something amazing for me.
Okay. So I'll say very next question. So if you could work with any top 3 music artists in the music industry, who would they be and why? Okay.
I'm not too sort of up on my current artists. I'm very much a kind of retro person, but I mean, I've always loved Christina Aguilera. She's one of my big influences and she's still fairly current. So I'd love to do something with her. I think like I really respect the way that she supports female artists and is very vocal about that. And I'm the same as well. I think women need sort of more clout in this industry and more respect. I mean, I'd love to work with Bruce Springsteen as well. He's another idol of mine. And I can't think of a third one actually, but yeah, I can't think of a third one. You put me on the spot. A little bit.
I could actually see you work with Miley Cyrus, by the way.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. You would actually,
shout.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
with Miley, yeah.
That would be cool.
So, yeah. So that's my very next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person and especially as an artist, like during COVID?
I think I'm capable of a lot more than I thought I was. I obviously having all that time, all the gigs are cancelled and everything like that, I was kind of forced to learn certain things. I became more skilled in recording myself, recording my own vocals, using editing software for videos and stuff like that. I do all of that myself now. You know, just I think I've got a lot more patience than I thought I might have initially. Yeah, I think while I'm still quite a sensitive kind of person, I think I've become stronger throughout this whole period. Like last year I had to deal with a lot of trolls and stuff online, and that whole period just made me a lot more stronger than I've ever been, really. Although it's still, the trolls are still always going to be there, like you can't win. But yeah, so I think there's a positive to negativity, I guess.
Awesome. So on to my very next question. So about the whole positive and negative side, how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist, like especially during the industry?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, anyone that tells you that they kind of just brush it off, you know, I think it does hurt a little bit, like getting a comment. I've had some awful comments, you know, but you just have to, kind of, I always just block and delete these people because I don't want to have arguments on my feed or anything like that. I think ultimately you have to be certain of what your sound is, and you have to trust that you're making the music you want to make. You have to be passionate about the music you're making, and you have to just know that, sort of appreciate the followers and fans out there that do want to hear your music. And they're the people that count, basically. All these haters out there that just want to sit behind their keyboards, that's, you know, I think I've come to learn that they have their own issues and they're taking it out on people that are brave enough to put their heart and soul out there. Singers especially get the brunt of it. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's still something that I deal with every single day, but I think you just have to know that you can't please everybody. It's impossible. Even famous people get the trolling, you know, so You just have to know that, you know, they're confident in the fact that they have their fan base and in the music they make. So us independent artists have to feel the same as well.
Yeah, awesome. So on to our next question. So what's like next for you, like for the rest of 2021, like music wise, that you would like to announce on the show?
So I do a lot of sort of dance tracks. Like I do vocals and write for a lot of sort of diva house tracks and stuff like that. So there's probably about 2 or 3 more of those coming out this year. There's already been about 3 that have come out. There'll be lots more of that as well, but also I'm working on my next single. I would probably see that coming out in the next couple of months. It's almost finished being recorded, and then we've got to do the video and stuff like that. But yeah, and there'll be some more cover songs as well coming out. I'm actually going to be filming a video for the next cover song tomorrow. And yeah, I guess just constantly working and lots of live streaming, and hopefully working back to performing live again here in London when that starts up. So yeah, just lots of stuff going on.
Awesome. Well, would you like to perform one of your songs on the show, by the way?
I can do one, yeah. I really wanted to sing Battle Scars, but Battle Scars is like, I need to warm up for that, like, loads. So what I think I'll do Catch 22 for you guys. So this is a song I released nearly a year ago, which is crazy, last September. And it's a song that really created a fan base for me, I think. A lot of people really connected with it. So yeah, and it's available to stream and download and whatever. So, okay, let me just get some sound on here. All right, here we go. You pulled the trigger on our love. You shut us down. Holy water can't save us now. You burned us down, and now you got blood on your fingers. Won't wash away with my tears. You're crawling under my skin for forgiveness. The voices in my mind tell me this is suicide, but I'm caught in the middle. Got half a mind just to walk away, but baby, see, I got no soul without you, honey. You see, I just can't breathe without your loving. Lord knows I'm a sinner. Got what I want and now I don't want what I got. You see, I got no soul without you, honey. You see, I just can't breathe without your loving. Got poison in my veins. From your every kiss, with every lie, I feel the dagger twist. But I can't live without it. Now you got blood on your fingers. I won't wash away with my tears. You're crawling under my skin for forgiveness. The voices in my mind tell me this is suicide. But I'm caught in the middle. Got half a mind just to walk away, but baby, see, I got no soul without you, honey. You see, I just can't breathe without your loving. Lord knows I'm a sinner. Got what I want and now I don't want what I got. You see, I got no soul without you, honey. You see, I just can't breathe without your loving. Whoa. Whoa. You're saying you love me as God is your witness. You know that you're guilty of being my weakness. You get what you want and you play like a winner. And I really know that I shouldn't forgive you. Damn, boy. I'm caught in the middle. Got half a mind just to walk away, but baby, see, I ain't got no soul. No, I can't breathe. See, I'm nothing without you, baby. about your loving.
Yes. Wow, that was wow. Everyone, definitely go and give Nathalie the amazing and incredible support. Proves it right there. You have so much talent, Nathalie.
Thank you.
Highly recommend everyone give Nathalie the amazing support she needs.
Thank you.
Nathalie, do you have any last final thoughts that you'd like to say to people on the show?
I'd just like to say to everyone that's here, thank you very much for tuning in to watch this interview. Muchísimas gracias. And thank you so much, Jacob, for inviting me on. And I have a website, which is nataliemiranda.com. And if you sign up to my mailing list, I will send you a free download of Battle Scars. So check it out. It's got all my live stream dates and everything on there as well. So.